Hello YouTube, this is Justin Game 44 and I want to talk about something this Nick.com thing. Basically, Nick.com is trash. That's right, I'm saying it. It's trash. Now you're probably wondering, why? Well, basically, if you don't know, Nick.com actually has did updates in the past, and this is their newest update with this that has been like this for like the last few years. Basically, the old Nick.com, well, nowadays, we now have these bubbles, which, honestly, it does go fast, but it takes a while if you can't get the right one. And let's begin with this. Back in the old Nick.com, there was a completely different thing. First of all, these long, boring loadings. Well, technically, they might have those back then. But, give me a second. So I switched to another one, and guess what I just found out? Yeah, so let me get this straight. It's not on the top or anything. And it does this? What the heck? Anyway, let me tell you. Basically, what all the games and pretty much the shows, TV, everything like that for this Nick.com thing, in the old version, almighty. Okay, basically I went to games and it was doing the exact same long loading, which would never do this. But basically, now it's doing it. Okay, basically what is now going on in this is pretty much, if you go to games or episodes, whatever season you want, basically, I already seen this, but basically whatever season you go to, season 1, season 2 of any series or anything on Nickelodeon, basically they don't have all the episodes. There are sometimes eras. There's also, all the episodes are just mixed up together. They're not in order from 1 to 5, like that. It's basically like season 1, episode 2, season 1, episode 18. Something like that. Anyway, basically, if we went to games, it would kind of do the exact same similar thing. Where basically, if we go down, 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 this is literally how you gotta find any game you want. Or anything. The TV shows I will be okay with, because that's okay, because it's not like that much of a big deal, like 1,000 episodes, if you're going on to one season. But really, if you're wondering why exactly I'm saying this, it's because when you're going down, basically in the old Nick.com, there were easier ways to get to any Nickelodeon game you want, like SpongeBob or the Fairy Godparents. And actually, speaking about that, most of the games now these days don't even really have that. You just go down to the older and older, and that sometimes takes a while. And sometimes the game says you need a big screen, and every time you click on a game, it will always cut to a commercial ad or something where basically you're seeing Nickelodeon saying, "We'll be right back with Nick," which honestly takes a few seconds before the ad even starts. And then we have the commercial. We can't even skip it even. And basically, it wouldn't be really a big deal if it wasn't all the time, but every time you want to play a game, even if there's an error or something in the game, it will still pull up so you won't know about it. But then once you see it, after all the ads, because then after the ad, it's coming back. We're back on Nick. Yeah, it's basically like that. And so basically what's going on is how glitchy and everything this game is. Honestly, Nick.com, the old one was better. I mean, SpongeBob has his own website on Nick.com, on his own space or something, not to any of the other games I saw back then. But basically what was going on, that it was easier to find games, and everything was way much better. You can't even see or load, because this game, literally, I can't even get onto the other website from Google on this, because every time I go on it, there's this ad saying, "Sorry, but this is not safe, you can't get on here." Basically, honestly, I don't blame them. This is laggy, this is glitchy, this is really not a good website anymore. Nickelodeon really has to do something to fix this up, and really, I bet they're not even going to do that, because literally, if they went back to the old type of website, things would have been a lot easier and smoother, because then you could easily get to any of the games you want, like any SpongeBob game, quicker, instead of just scrolling down and down looking for the right one. Because they did have different settings, like what type of SpongeBob game would you want to play. And basically, it was different, like, do you want to play these types of games with SpongeBob? Do you want to play this? The same goes for any of the other cartoons that were on the old app as well. But basically, each app is now glitchy and you can't even get to them. And when you do go on, This is basically how you go on, but if you go to the games, long lags. It will not pop up anything, and really this is how it's doing it. And to be honest, I might even talk about... Wait, what? Oh yeah, CartoonNetworks.com. If I can find enough bad things in it, because if you saw my video with the Eddie one in it, you'll probably see it. Honestly, the best way you can possibly look for any of these other Nickelodeon games, if you want to play them or what, it's better just to actually, pretty much, for the shows, you might have to wait on TV or go on demand or Netflix if they have them or not, which I barely doubt. They do have a lot of the season 10 one on SpongeBob, but besides all that, pretty much if you want to play any of these games that you know that they have, you might actually have to go to a different website all completely, like I've been doing, just to play any of these games, really. And really, it's really such a shame what has been going on with Nick.com. First, a lot of you are saying their episode's bad, but now SpongeBob is getting better. And now, it pretty much seems like everything Nickelodeon is now doing is garbage here on .com. So, besides all that, I hope you did enjoy this video, because this Judson came 44, signing out. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye!